Hello everybody and welcome back to the Updog Blues YouTube channel. It's just me, myself and I, TUHC today, and we are starting a Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's Play on the channel of Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour. It's a very old game, sort of the first in a very short line of games. This was followed by basically Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Spirit Cooler was the sequel, two of my favourite Yu-Gi-Oh! Games of all time, to be honest. I think the DS era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Games was undeniably the best, barring one spin-off, which is my favourite Yu-Gi-Oh! Game of all time, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of Roses. If there's any other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games you'd like to see me play following this, feel free to leave them in the comments. Like Duelist of the Roses, I'd love to play through that on the channel, but I have recently replayed it through myself in my spare time, so I was trying to give myself a little bit of a break, and I thought to introduce Yu-Gi-Oh! To the channel as the Updog Blues is just starting. I thought the best way to do it would be playing the actual card game, and in a way that's familiar to everyone, with your original monsters, original characters, and sort of the original duel set, because I don't even duel that much now. Like when it got into sort of Zexal time, I was sort of growing up, didn't fall out of love with Yu-Gi-Oh! I still love Yu-Gi-Oh! With a passion. Got it tattooed on my arm. Me and Connell went to Comic-Con and we got to meet the voice actors of Yugi and Kaiba. Dream come true, and I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So much, and I just think this would be a really nice way to introduce Yu-Gi-Oh! To the channel, find that group of people who would enjoy watching this type of thing, bring that audience to the channel, and it's something I really enjoy to do. So yeah, like I said, if there's any other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games you'd like to see me play, leave them in the chat. If there's if you want to keep up to date with this Let's Play and you want to get involved, also please do subscribe and leave a like. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Seto Kaiba popping up. I'm not one of those people who does voices and reads the chat too much, especially in a game this old and like this well known, to be honest, with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because most people have seen it. If you want to read it, you can read it yourself. I'm not going to skip through necessarily. Maybe when we get a bit later in the game I'll read it out, some of the important ones. To be honest, I've never actually completed this game myself. I've completed Spirit Cooler, and I love Spirit Cooler, and if this series does well, I'll probably play through Spirit Cooler following this, as it is basically a sequel, as I said. But yeah, I just really wanted to play this game for the channel. I think it's a really good starting point for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Content that I'm hoping to do for the Updog Blues. If you weren't aware, we obviously plan on doing such a wide variety of games and different types of games on the channel. Like I know we've got hopefully Football Manager Save coming with Jerry on the channel. Obviously you've already got Pokemon with a soul link between me and Connell. Maybe some more separate Pokemon content coming from Connell himself. We've got WWE 2K content coming with Connell and Mattis. So there's a lot of plans in the works that are hopefully coming through, along with some nicer art for the channel and such. So yeah, that's it essentially. And to be honest, also with these questions, the reason I'm kind of just skipping through them somewhat is because I don't think they have any real impact at all on the game, so it's not incredibly relevant. But that's about it. And in other news, the other thing I would say is this game does drag in terms of duels and repetitive duels. You got to do a lot of them, which is fine, because making money in this game to buy packs is more of a difficult one than games like Tag Force. Tag Force is very easy to make money and the packs are very cheap. In this, it's not very easy to make money and the packs are not super cheap. So you do have to put in quite the shift to get it going, right? Essentially, to get good packs, to basically build a custom deck. So we may just, for a while, see constantly altered versions of the starter deck, not necessarily newly started decks, like fresh created decks with their own cards, because of how hard it is. But hopefully we should eventually get there. But basically the reason I'm saying this is because I think for me the best way to go about the series to make sure it doesn't drag out and you get like 70-80 episodes out of it is, what I'm going to do is I won't be playing any duels off screen necessarily, but more once I've played a character once, I won't speed up at all. But what I will do is with a lot of duels, I'll be using the speed up button after I've played them one time already, just so I can sort of go through it and a quicker pace. And if the duels are really boring while sped up, most of them will get cut out and edited. If the duel turns out to be really interesting, I'll I'll leave it in, essentially, or like get some highlights of it in. But other than that, I think it's the best way to do it. Any major story point duels that we come across, those ones I will keep in as well, obviously, even if we've dueled them before. Where do I live? I think I live in, I don't know how many letters I have, but I'm going to try it at least. I hate alphabetic keyboards instead of QWERTY keyboards. Yeah, I live in Updogville. Where do I like to go? I like to go to Blues. That'll do. Obviously, I'm not going to put my actual home address in there because that would be really weird and kind of just doxing myself. So I'm not going to do that, but hopefully we can get this. Also, as much as I did work on the layout here, it was a quick sort of bash together job that we did. Hopefully I will be able to improve it when we get some of the channel art should be coming soon. We've already spoke to some artists and stuff, so they should be making that for us. So I should be able to slightly improve the layout, but for now, it will stay set how it is. Speaking of the starter deck and duel disc we just received, the starter deck's pretty mid, and by mid I mean pretty bad. So we're gonna struggle a little bit. At the start, I'm probably gonna lose duels to some pretty easy duelists, but hopefully, once, like I said, once I buy some cards, just get some good strong monsters, I should be fine to get going, get a flow, get a rhythm, and we should be absolutely fine. Okay, so we've gone to the big Roland here for the cup. Just going to let us in. We did just speak to Solomon, who was just basically giving you a duel introduction so you can give your name and such. He's obviously gutted he can't compete in the tournament himself because he's an old man and has to look after his shop and doesn't have time for it. But spoiler alert, he does eventually join the tournament anyway. You just have to level up a bit before you can duel him. In the same way that all duelists are unlocked eventually with leveling up. That's the main way to sort of like earn points and stuff as well in this. So it will take time, like I say. That's why I want to do a lot of duels off screen. It's a slow process of the game, but eventually I like to think we will get there quickly enough with the way I'll be doing it on screen. So for me, it would probably be really long. For you guys, it shouldn't be long at all. But hopefully now I've gone through enough stuff and waffled enough during all of the mandatory intros that I can find a duel list and we can get underway. Who's going to be number one? I'm going to best Bakura. Oh my god, I'm a genius, lads. I'm a genius! Don't quote that for when I inevitably lose to Bakura here. Mokuba. It's Mokuba deck. You know I've never lost at rock, paper, scissors in my life. And there's a first time for everything. So that's not ideal. But we go first anyway, so it's irrelevant because it's the old rules, so we still draw on our first turn, so there's no real downside to going first. So we've got this card. I know once it's destroyed, it goes back to the top of the deck. I think we've got enough monsters for it to be worth it. It's a monster card equipped with this. Oh, it could be any monster card. Interesting, that's not bad. Okay, so we will set Spellbinding Circle. It's actually quite a decent opening hand, I can't lie. And we don't want to start with our strongest monster. Neo's quite a good card. I think this is just a decent starting hand for the deck. Trying to remember how to use the controls to get here, but it shouldn't take me long to get used to, so it should be no worries at all. We'll start with a Great White, 1600 attack points. That 200 life points is going to make the world of difference. That's not what we want to see. But his monsters are quite weak. Even with a Forest Field, I'm pretty confident that we'll be fine. We'll be fine. That is not ideal. He just threw away his only monster to send my Great White back to my top of my deck. So with that, I'm going to try go all guns blazing. I like to think he won't have a trap that's that. What? That kind of sucks. We can do 850 damage though, I suppose. I was going to equip him with the equip spell, so it's hit hard, but there's no point doing it when he's this weak already. I'll probably throw out Great White and equip it to him instead. So that should be fine. He's already emptied his hand, so I have complete board control. He has one card in his hand, 2 cards set, and a field spell, we've got a card set, a monster, and 5 cards in our hand. We have Hinotama in our deck. That's based. No reason not to activate that. Does that make your 200 life point boost pointless? It does indeed. And while we're here, let's chuck out the Great White then. And I believe it's just said monster, so we can equip it to any monster. So I'll equip it to the Great White. And if that was a trap card he just set, we're going to attack with Neo first, and hopefully the AI is stupid enough to activate it on Neo. Well, if it was, they're not. So we're hoping for the best now. Also, this is my first sitting in a recording, so if there's any audio mishaps or something doesn't sound quite right, please do bear with me. After a few episodes, it should all be absolutely fine, and I will be able to fix it. Also, that was nothing, so I think we're having a pretty easy win against Bakura by the looks of things so far. Oh my, Bakura has bricked hard. That, probably shouldn't say that about Child, but in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, he has bricked real hard. And I think, do we win? I think we win. Yeah, we attack with Neo the Magic Swordsman first. Then we go with Baron the Fiend Swordsman. Baron of the Fiend Sword. I was close. And then Great White to finish him off. Cool. That was a really easy first duel. Mokuba does have Big Koala in his deck, which is arguably like one of the strongest boss monsters out of this base set of characters, if not the strongest. Rarely ever see him actually pull it off, but he does have it. And that is our first W in Nightmare Troubadour. 62 XP. Should get a nice bit of XP, DP even, or KC points, sorry, from these first guys, just for like bonuses for like the first time we dueled them. Once we've dueled them all, it will get really slow, lads. So yeah, buying packs, not easy. I also can't promise we'll buy packs in every episode, just as often as we can, because I'm not doing, I'll record this in like a few hours of a sitting, and then hopefully edit it down into a couple episodes, and I'll just try buy packs when I feel like I have a good amount. Okay, another new one, we've got Taya. Okay, huge. Probably the two easiest to start with. Mokuba's meant to be normally quite a stall deck. I think Taya's like a heal deck, essentially. Both of them pretty easy, and they're supposed to be pretty easy. You kind of just wipe them aside. Should be no worries at all. I know we do have Yugi and Joey available to duel here somewhere, so that's probably not going to be too easy. Yugi has a really good deck. Joey has a purely luck-based deck with some strong monsters in it. I feel like Mokuba here, giving myself a pointless amount of a little bit of XP. I feel like Joey with Skull Dice, and what do I have? Armed Ninja. No point in doing that really just yet. I think Hornimp's a bit weak, but her monsters are also quite weak. So we will chuck that down. We'll also set Paralyzing Potion, because why not? And our turn. Because I never like to throw out my strongest monster first in games like this. Because she will drop something like that and attack me. And at least I then know what she's got and she just doesn't go, what do I actually have? Oh, I'm going to Skull Dice it, yeah. Come on, luck. The chances of her attacking me many times in this duel are very low. 3. Get dead, Red Archery Girl. Damn, I'm good at this game. Haven't lost a life point yet in the Let's Play, so I want to see how long I keep that going for. I think I'll lose it in this duel, to be honest. Well, she's about to gain some. Okay, cool, but this is a fine start for us. Muka Muka is a really good card, the one we just drew, but because I only have a couple cards in my hand, it's not the most worth it at all right now, because it'll be really weak. But if I had like 5 cards in my hand, that instantly goes up to like 2100 attack points, so I love drawing it as like in my first set of my first hand. I think Muka Muka is such an incredible card to pull, especially in the starter deck. It's really useful against these early players. They really, like, a lot of the AI don't have the cards to handle something like that so early, and if they do, it's literally like you're losing one monster that isn't actually that incredible realistically. So move on with her turn. She's, like I said, she's just defending. That's why we use Skull Dice early, but she's not going to get many chances to attack. Red Sneak, whoa! Maybe there are a couple good cards in here. I'll take a giant red sea snake. That's space. Hopefully I can maybe like make a water deck. I think that would be really cool. I think this will get over whatever she has. Oh, that's annoying. Oh wait, no, I was thinking Penguin Soldier. That's Penguin Knight. What does Penguin Knight do? I know it does something. At least it's not Penguin Soldier where it sends 2 cards back to the hand. What does it do? When this card is sent directly from deck to the graveyard by okay, right, that's fine. So we could have killed that with Horn Imp, but I mean, what is 300 points of life points difference? We don't need to go that aggressive, to be honest. But I think we win next turn, so that's huge. Yeah, we must win next turn, I'm confident. Oh, main phase, monster. Yeah, that's a dub, lads. Do you know what? Right now, I'm not even going to summon anything. We'll attack with a giant red sea snake. Petite Morph! Petite Morph, what are you? You're pointless. We're so good at this game. Okay. And that is Horn Imp for 13, and we 100 more points of damage than we need, and we'll finish her off. Hell yeah. That's 2 duels, no damage taken. I'm so good at Yu-Gi-Oh, lads. I've beaten Bakura and Taya. Don't even come at me. I'm the GOAT. That's a horrible sound. A bit more XP. Cool. Alright. Well, that makes it 2. I don't think there'll be many duels in this episode because it's the first one. We're trying to get things going. Who's this? If it's Bakura or Tear again, we'll run it back. Fast forward it. It is Tear again, so I might skip this duel unless maybe I lose, then I might come back at like the end. But I will be speeding through this one, so don't expect too much focus commentary here. But I never lose at rock, paper, scissors. Do we win? We win. Easy. Cool. So, Tay gets swept again. Still haven't taken any damage. I'm really good at this game. I don't know how many times I need to tell you. Okay, let's look for someone else. Maybe I'd like to end it off on a Joey or a Yugi, ideally. That'd be cool, but you never know if that's going to happen. But I'll keep trying. That's a Mokuba. Okay. See you at the end of this duel. Alright boys, well I am devastated to say that I have lost my first 50 life points. And he also survived on 50 life points. But either way, we have won this duel. Again, kind of brushed him aside, no worries with Mokuba, which was surprising me because I used to have a lot of trouble as a young man with the starter deck. So maybe it's not as bad as I remember it being, or maybe Mokuba and Taya are just a lot worse than I remember them being. We'll make one more attempt to find Joey or Yugi. If it doesn't work, we'll win the duel, buy packs, call it a day. It is Yugi. Okay, this is the big one, boys. This one is the big one. There's no way this chump beats me at rock, paper, scissors. Oh, he's teasing me now. He wouldn't expect paper again. He expected paper again, lads. It's game over. Oh, we've already lost. He's outplayed me. He's in my head, rent-free. I can't do anything. I've lost. I drew Mushroom Man. Actually, you know what? I can work with this. Oh, I've just done that. I think that's a Mystical Elf, and I've just realised I can't actually equip Sword that's structured. It's the wrong card. So now I've just got to hope that I can get over it. It's definitely a Mystical Elf or a Giant Soldier of Stone, so I'm taking 300 damage. Oh my god, it's Feral Imp. Yeah, I've only taken a grand total of 50 life points in these 4 duels, but if we're being 4 or 3, I can't remember. But if we're being completely realistic, I'm not going without harm against Yugi Moko. He's rent free in my head. The rock paper scissors has spun me. Pot of Greed. What does that do? It lets you draw 2 cards. What exchange? What? Oh, you took my Beaver Warrior. That's kind of jokes. I just pick what card? Oh, it's between Sangan and Spellbinding. I'm going. Spellbinding. Ironic that Yugi took a Beaver Warrior from me though. I kind of rate that. Why did you do that? Can't even get over me. Okay. Well, I'll set the Spellbinding. The AI won't realise I have it because it's a bit silly. Beaver Warrior, annoyingly, was one of the best monsters I have though. I don't think either of these monsters are dark either. Well, Hain isn't. They're all Earth beasts. Yeah, I'm having to actually somewhat think a little bit in this duel. Sorry, I couldn't hold back my yawn there. I'm having to use my brain a little bit, which is a bit painful. We don't do that here on the Updog Blue channel, but I want to beat Yugi. I think that'd be a really cool and nice way to wrap up the episode here. And I think it'd be a good length as well, if we do, after buying packs. I think you're looking at like 20 minutes, hopefully. Beaver Warrior. No. That's my Beaver Warrior as well, how dare you. But yeah, hold that. More damage to Yugi. He didn't have an amazing hand either when I looked. I'm not sure what that could be. He didn't have another card, so I just hope for the best, I think. Monster that could do some damage would be nice. I think I'm gonna have to give up on the dream of never taking a hit, lads. I think I'm just gonna have to go in. Oh, he had another Spellbinding. That's really bad, actually. Alright, I'm not using the Spellbinding Circle on a Beaver Warrior, so I'm going to let him kill my Mushroom Man. Unless he tributes it for like Salmon Skull? Curse the Dragon? Baphomet? What's that let him do? Get Gazelle? Yeah, that's fine. Surely he doesn't have a Poly. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I should be able to... Well, if I draw a monster, I should be able to kill his Baphomet. Hopefully, if you'd like to think. Even a Horn Imp will do it because of my equip card. Or a Whiptail Crow. That'll do it. I think I can actually equip my equip card to Whiptail Crow. I can. Oh, unless it makes me do this to Baphomet. Thank God for that. That would have been horrible. I should have double checked first. Next turn I'll set Hain, just because it's a good one to have if needed. And hopefully I can get like a tribute, and I can tribute my Prevent Rat and my Neo, or just my Neo if I get like a 1-star tribute. Karibo. It's fine, I wasn't here for the damage. I want your monster, as long as your monster's still destroyed. Still got a Sangan chilling there as well, which is kind of not what we wanted. Actually, with our monster situation, taking a Sangan probably would have been smart. But I think having his Spellbinding Circle, considering he would have had 2, I think having his Spellbinding Circle is a big plus for us. Actually, I'm going to summon this because it's a lot more helpful. See, that's going to be a mystical out. Oh, I can get over his 2k defenders. Interesting, interesting. Doesn't matter, it wasn't a 2k defender, and we can do some damage now. Yugi, you're choking in front of the viewers. What's going on? You're better than this. I know you're better than this. I should be getting wiped by Yugi here. But he hasn't whipped out like any great monsters. But things are looking good. So far, only taken 100 points of damage. So that's a solid 150 points of damage taken in the whole episode. But who's counting, right? Me. I'm counting. It's such a virgin flex. I don't think a solo hero is even worth it at this point. I think Hain would be better, just as a get out of trouble card. Just in case he's drawn a 2k. We're going to attack with this. But of course he didn't draw a 2k defender. The one time I attack the giant red sea snake, that's going to have 2,000 defense points, just so you know. Therefore I won't be attacking the giant red sea snake. Got 5 monsters on the field and I can only attack 2 of them, that's shameful. But things do seem to be going well. I think I'll level up with this duel. Well, I'll definitely level up with this duel if I didn't already. I'm pretty sure I didn't already though. I think I've got like 33 left. And Yugi gives the most experience out of the base set. Sure, I think that leaves our field open. Yeah, that'll leave your field open. We can do 20, 50, 18, that would be 13, 50, 38, 50. Oh. Wait, can I win? If I just send back his... I can. Okay. I was going to take back Neo to like take off the spellbinding and stuff like that, but I've realised I can just win this turn because of his attack points. 2-point attack is also cool. But we can just summon a solo hero now and win the duel. I think actually we were able to win the duel without a solo hero anyway. I think damn, Yugi, you have made a fool of yourself today. Should I BM him? I'm BMing him. You can get hit by my solo hero as well. And then you're going to get finished by my giant red trouser snake. It shouldn't be red. That's strange. Moving on. Yugi, consider yourself bonked, mate. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the level up. Thank you for leaving me with 100 points of damage taken, leaving us with 150 points of damage taken in total in the episode. 74 XP. That's a level up. That's just what we want. And a nice bit of money for our first pack opening. That's a really nice bit of money, actually. Like I say, the money will deplete very quickly in terms of what we earn, because it'll be like won't be the first time we're dueling these people. But life's good. Let's go to the game shop. Let's buy some packs. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a Blue Eyes White Dragon pack, and I feel like Jerry would put a curse on me and force me to break both my kneecaps in spirit. Doth I not buy, there we are, at least one Blue Eyes pack. So, I think we'll buy a couple. Oh, there isn't a Blue Eyes pack. Well, in honour then, we'll buy a couple Red Eyes packs. What do we get? Dark Elf, amazing. Polly, Crawling Dragon, Yami, Zoa. That is an incredible pack. Polly is such a cool card to get. I'm really happy with that. Dark Elf will go straight in the deck. Crawling Dragon probably will as well. Fuck. Do you know what? Screw it. It was nice to us. So nice, we're buying him twice. Yami again. Crocodilus. That. Whiptail Crow. King of Yami Makai. Yeah. If you want to buy build a dark deck, it'd be pretty cool. What do we want? Do I buy one of each of the others, or do I go... How many can I do? 150, 300, 450. I think I can buy one of each now. So we'll do that. We'll go for the inset. Solo hero number 2. Petite Moth. Big Eye. Mega Zowler. Shield and Sword. Cool card. Probably not going to get used. What's Shadows in the Labyrinth got for us? Dark Energy, Battle Steer, Eat Gaboon, Dungeon Worm, the Beast Butcher. The Beast Butcher, another decent card, I'd say. Its effect is a bit of a drawback, but it's fine. What we got from you? The Snake Hair, Rogue Doll, Sally the Dark Clown, Hyperlated Sisters. Interesting. So, in terms of dark monsters, we're doing well. I think we can buy 2 more packs. So we're going to get another Red Eyes. I don't know how to say that. Battle Warrior, Machine King, Castle Walls, Crawling Dragon number 2. I'm going to give another chance to... We're going to go for this, because Spells and Traps, it says. Rude Kaiser's cool, Sogan. Okay, so nothing too crazy. We've got a couple nice cards, though, that will definitely get in the deck. That's pretty useless for us. Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, maybe a dark deck could be on the horizon. I will be editing my decks off camera. I don't think that's the most entertaining thing ever. I may well do these puzzles off camera as well if I get bored, just for a free little bit of DP. You don't gain a whole load from them. That's not what I meant to do. You don't gain like a whole load from them. I think you gain like 50 to 100 DP per one. So, again, like not crazy. How do you switch over is what I want to know. Okay, I might not have all my things configured quite how I need them to be. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I think, but I will probably give these a go just to get the DP from them so we can do a bigger pack opening in another episode. I won't do them yet, but yeah, so that will be the first episode. Like I said, usually I won't be doing these in sort of one episode recorded sittings. Normally I'll be doing like a long sitting and hopefully get 2 or 3 episodes out of it. But I thought for the first one, while I was recording, I thought, you know, just a nice introduction to the series, get you into it, a big duel against Yugi to finish off, a nice pack opening, a couple duels with Taya and Bakura to kind of show you how I'm going to do the episode so it doesn't get really boring and repetitive for you, but also I can take that and do that myself so I can get the grind out, and the intro to the series anyway. And you got a nice look at pretty much the starter deck that we have. You can see it's mid, it's fine. Hopefully we can bolster that up with cards like Dark Elf. That's a great pull. Yeah, so that's the plan anyway. So thank you for watching the first episode. Subscribe to the Updog Blues channel if you haven't already. So much varied content coming. You're really gonna love it all. I watch them back myself because I'm a little loser, so it's like getting to watch a channel that I enjoy as well when my friends make the content as well. I just happen to be in some of the videos, and yeah, so if you enjoyed this, you want to keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour, subscribe to this. If there's other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games you want to see me or us play, leave them in the comment. If there's something you want to say about this game that you want me to know, leave that in the comments as well. Make sure you leave a like, share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Catch you in the next one.